Tina. Today I will read Nate the Great and the Musical Note. I, Nate the Great, am a detective. This afternoon I was cleaning up after a big case. I was sitting in my bathtub singing. My dog Sludge was howling. I heard the tire sound. The doorbell was ringing. I stood up. I rushed toward the door. I stopped. I, Nate the Great, was all wet. I grabbed a towel and my detective pad. I answered the door. Pip was there. "I have come to see you," he said. Pip's hair covered half his face. I'm surprised he said anything. "Why did you come to see me?" I asked. Pip didn't answer. Pip doesn't say much. "Do you need a detective?" I asked. "Do you have a case to solve?" Pip nodded his head up and down twice. And he opened his mouth. "Right away, hurry," he said. Pip handed me a piece of paper. It was a note for Pip from Rosamond. I knew it would be strange. I read the note. A musical note from Rosamond. "Dear Pip, your mother phoned at 4 o'clock. When your lesson is through, this is what you have to do. A note. Step left until you reach the middle. Step up and you will solve this riddle. Your piano teacher, Rosamond." I read the note once. I read the note twice. I read it 3 times. Some things get better with time. Rosamond's not just got stranger. I could see why Pip needed me. "You're taking piano lesson from Rosamond?" I asked. Pip nodded his head up and down. "At Rosamond's house?" I asked. "At Rosamond's garage," he said. I went there to take my lesson, but I found this note instead of Rosamond. "Do you have any idea what your mom's want you to do at 4 o'clock? I asked. Pip shrugged. "Do you know where your mom is at?" I asked. Pip shrugged again. "So what does the note mean?" he asked. "It means that I need the Great. Has a case I must solve by 4 o'clock. It is 3:10. We don't have much time." I got dressed fast. I wrote a quick note to my mother. "We must go to Rosamond's garage," I said to Pip. Pip Sludge and I rushed to Rosamond's garage. I hear piano music. I knew we were on the right track. I rushed into the garage. I rushed out of the garage. Annie and her dog Ben were in there, sitting on the piano bench. Annie was playing an old piano. Ben's mouth was wide open. He was getting ready to sing or bite. I didn't want to find out which, but I had to look for clues. I went back into the garage with Pips and Sludge. Slowly. And he stopped playing piano. Ben closed his eyes. I was glad about that. I held the Rosamond's note. "Do you know anything about this?" I asked Annie. "No," Annie said. "And Rosamond isn't here. She went out to buy stairs." "Stairs?" "Yes. Rosamond sticks a star on you if you have a good music lesson. But now she's late for my lesson. It was supposed to start at 3. Suddenly, Pig spoke. "Hey, so was mine," he said. "Rosamond needs more than stairs," I said. "She needs an appointment book." I turned to Pip. "Show me where you found that note." Pip pointed to the musical stand just above the piano keys. "Right there," he said. I looked at the piano. It was scratched and singing and playing. But there was not a clue. I looked around the garage. In the middle of it, I saw some white wooden board on top of some old blanket. There was a sign on it. It was strange, but it was not a clue. Or was it? Sit down at the piano, Pip, I said, as if you were taking a lesson from Rosamond. Annie moved over. Pip sat down between Annie and Fan. He was brave. I need the grade that above where Pip would be if he took some steps to the left. He would be in the middle of the gorge. The fifth in the riddle. Then if he stepped up, he would be on Rosamond's stage. I have thought in case. It was my East case. Or was it? Rosamond and I sat down on the stage. I was thinking, why would Pip's mother want him on this stage? It was full of splinters. It was not a good place to be. It couldn't be the answer, I said. We will have to wait for Rosamond to come back and tell us what the root note means. Pip spoke up. I already did that. You talk too much, I said. We all waited and waited. How long could it take to shuffle stairs? Too long. What if Rosamond didn't come back until after 4 o'clock? Suddenly I saw something shine. Rosamond walked in the gorge carrying a bag full of stairs. She was followed by her 4 cats, Super Big Cat, Planet, and a little Hax. They were covered with dirt. I held a Pip note. What does this mean? I asked. Rosamond smiled. Pip's mother pointed with a message. I turned it into the music lesson. Pip had 15 minutes of piano lesson, so he should know what my note means. You're a sharp detective, so you should also know what this means. I need the grade know what this means. It means I still have a case to solve. Rosamond grabbed my arm and pulled me over the piano. How about the piano lesson, she said. Pip, Annie, and Fan got off the bench. Rosamond sat down. I'm going to play the scale, starting from middle C. Watch my finger as it moves to the right. Now, I said, you watch me as I move out of this gorge. I'm leaving. Rosamond grabbed my arm again. Watch middle C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Rosamond played 8 white notes in a row on her piano. I just played the scale, starting with middle C, she said. Go. Got it, Nate? I need the grade got it, but I didn't want it. I started to snap out the gorge. Rosamond kept on. See that black note? A black note is called a sharp. When it's above a white note, and it's called a flat when it's. Rosamond stopped talking. She got up and pulled me back to the piano. I'm not done, she said. I gave my cats singing lesson. Do you want them to know more than you do? Do you want them to have more stars than you? Yes, I said. Rosamond pressed a white key near the middle of the keyboard. I knew it was middle C. I need the RAM a fast learner. Super screeched middle C. Very good, Rosamond said. Sludge did not think so. He ran out of the gorge. Rosamond moved her finger up to the black note above middle C. I knew it was C sharp. This is Big Cat's favorite note, she said. I need the grade. Did not want to hear Big Cat screech C sharp. I ran after Sludge. Pip ran after me. Rosamond ran after Pip and me. You owe me 5 cents for the piano lesson, she said to me. Then she reached for Pip. It's time for your lesson. You only have until 4 o'clock. Pip turned, took 2 steps, and tripped over Sludge. Rosamond pulled a hairbrush out of her pocketbook. She brushed Pip's hair back from his eyes. Now you can see where you're going, she said. I said, I will be back when I saw the case. I turned to Sludge. We must look for musical clues. We have to go where there is music. Sludge ran ahead. I knew where he was going. 5 minutes later, we were at the band concert in the park. Sludge and I sat down under a tree. We have to listen hard, I said. We have to use our ears and our eyes. Sludge got up. He took one step to the left. He took one step to the right. He stepped backward and forward. Sludge was dancing to the music. Sludge was not dancing to the music. A bee was after Sludge. Now the bee was after me. The bee buzzed away. Let's go home, Sludge, I said. I need the great needed pancakes. Pancakes helped me think. Sludge and I started to work home. We walked fast. I only had until 4 o'clock to solve this case. Did I have any good clues? I had a strange musical note that told Pete what he had to do at 4 o'clock. But if he did it, he would still be in Rosamond's skirt. I did not see or hear any clues in her skirt. All I got was a strange piano lesson. I did not see or hear any clues at the band concert. All I got was a buzzing bee after Sludge and me. I kept thinking and walking. I had to take this case one step at a time. One step at a time. I looked at Sludge. Sludge, you're a genius! Your dance steps that weren't dance steps. At the band concert, I've just solved the case. Sludge and I took giant steps back to Rosamond's skirt. We stepped inside.